Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, one and all. That was fun. Here we are again, once again on a Thursday night off a bye week because of the holiday. I hope everybody had a beautiful holiday. We are here once again with the lovely Jazzy Moto,
Hello, hello.
Mega Elixir,
Hey,
OG Double M,
Hey, hey.
myself, Sir Rich, and we have the one.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
So,
Can you get? Did you hear me? Because
Yep, we can hear
we
you
heard you.
loud and
okay,
We can
clear.
hear
we
you
heard you.
okay,
loud and clear.
Hear you better than most
okay,
nights.
That's what I was
okay.
like. Well, what was the next thing you gonna say? Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead and
okay.
What are we playing this week?
go ahead
Yes,
and
let's get it
see.
started. Let's get it started. What you guys were playing, Lady Jazz?
I have been playing a lot of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. I need to get back to the campaign, but that's another story. I have been playing a crap ton of Vampire Survivors. Though, if you're out there, Daft That Punk, thank you for putting me on that game. That game is so much fun. What else?
Put you on that game?
Daft That Punk, one of my
How
buddies.
long ago?
I've been playing it since August, and it came out
Okay,
in 2021. But I've been playing it since August.
okay,
He bought it for me on Steam, so that's where I was first
okay.
introduced to it.
Oh, so you've been playing it on Steam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm further now on Xbox than I am on Steam. I need to go back and get my points. But yeah, I honestly I think that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. It's been a busy week, so mainly just those two.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
What about you, Megan?
so I played 3 games this week. Dragon Ball: The Breakers, God of War 2, and I've actually picked up on the fighting game recently. I've been practicing on that. I've been playing Tekken 7,
Nice.
and yeah,
Mhm.
you know, trying, trying to practice.
Have you beat God of War 2 yet?
Nope.
Mm-mm. I was watching his stream. He hasn't.
Oh yeah. Congrats on the
What?
stream, by the way. I was there. I think you had like 8 people up in there, so keep on doing your thing.
But you was smacking stuff up. I saw you with the lightning balls of doom.
Yeah, I swear that magic is like the best magic to use in any situation.
Stuns him and holds him and stuns him.
Very
Yep.
good. Double them. What have you been playing? I know it's been on the PC.
Actually, let me see. I've been playing Gungrave, which is great. I like Gungrave. Just straight shooting fun. Uh, that I downloaded King of Fighters off of Steam. The
Classic.
new one, 15.
Mm.
15. It came out beginning of this year.
They didn't have a monthly fee.
A monthly fee.
For Steam?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
No, it's like a
No,
program, and you just buy
it's a
whatever
hub.
games. It's like a library,
It's a
Okay,
hub.
okay.
Gaming hub.
I had it, but I'm like,
like GameSpy back in the day.
yeah.
Because it's
It's
everything. It's the launcher. It's the store. It's a hub.
yeah, Steam is great. I mean, whatever I download, it's Mark can play it too. Nice. Uh let's see, King of Fighters, actually in Tekken. So I think we want to get something going in that.
Oh boy, here y'all go. Hey,
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm with it.
Say that to Whiskey and see what happens. Cause I dabble, I'm okay. I hang in there. But...
Whiskey don't got a PC.
Oh, y'all playing it on PC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's crossplay
Yeah.
with something.
Is it?
I don't know. I gotta look.
I haven't heard anything about crossplay, but yeah.
It's something to look into.
That'd be
It
cool,
might be
but...
the Xbox, but because PlayStation don't do nothing.
I mean, you know when Steam had those sales, you can't resist. You like
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
can.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't look at
right.
it.
Not when they like
I
two,
like
two,
I'm
three
gonna buy that.
dollars.
I just don't look at it
I'm glad
unless
I
it's
saved up.
like $2.
He
All
said just
right.
to look at it.
I'm glad I saved up on those gift cards I had. You know.
That you were given.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
somebody else paid for
What can I say? Birthdays and Christmas.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you play, Double?
And I also got that about Warhammer the Inquisitor. That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, that's
That's
old.
pretty cool. Yeah, it's old. It was like $9 on Steam. I was like, I always wanted to play it, so
Yeah.
I got that. I tried a little of the Vampire Survivor. It is fun. So that's all I've been hammering at.
All right. What about you, Serge?
Vampire Survivors. I got a slight addiction to that one a little bit. My Hearthstone. Of course, my Hearthstone. Call of Duty. I was doing the Warzone 2.0, and I actually like how they did the unhinged this time because you can actually team up with enemy teams, which is interesting
Oh, okay.
in a proximity chat. And my God of War, smacking foes with the axe and blade. So that's
Ragnarok?
what's
This is Ragnarok.
yes, Ragnarok.
Did you beat it yet?
No, I didn't beat it. It's a long game. I've been playing it for about 12 to 15 hours now. Something like that. Taking my time with it. I don't want to rush through it, you know.
Like I
How long is
said,
the how they say how long it is? Is it
what,
about 50 hours?
20 to 30 hours.
Plus like
This is
7 hours of
Yeah.
video.
Yeah. It's a
Dang.
lot of
So it's
video.
like 37, 40 hours. But if
Yeah.
you, but that's just like flying through it the way I play
Right.
it. I look for all the side missions and doing all that stuff. So we'll see. Especially on the harder mode, that makes it longer.
Okay. Let's see. Is that all you've been playing?
Believe so. Minecraft. I was playing Minecraft with some buddies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big playing with some Twitch buddies.
That's good. What have I been playing? I've been playing Vampire, Gungrave, Vampire Survivor, Gungrave, Halo, multiplayer, because I love multiplayer Halo. I just think the algorithm is in the game. It's not good. And I think a lot of these algorithms when it comes to matchmaking. And it's the same for Call of Duty as well. Call of Duty matchmaking algorithm is stupid because they'll put people who are not at the same level together. Teams they don't be matched properly. And I don't know that they can put these algorithms together to match teams properly so it'll be an even battle. Sometimes it'll slaughterhouse. And it's worse in Halo. The algorithm when you try to do matchmaking. I actually tried to say something to them about it, but I guess they didn't pay me attention. But those are the four. Knowing I am playing the final season, The Walking Dead, just came out on Game Pass. Came out today, and I played about 35 minutes of that.
So are you into that? You like it?
I like all the Walking Deads because I said it's a little girl, Clementine, and she has to make all these adult decisions, and it just boggles my mind because I think the story of what they're trying to say of a kid, you treating a kid like an adult, making decisions,
Kinda
killing.
like what happened with Carl in the comic.
Yeah.
Like he had to make those decisions.
Yeah,
So she's the
It's always
Carl.
Because they shaped by that world. So they not like kids. They were shaped by the chaos.
right. And you shaped by your environment,
Mm-hmm.
and your environment becomes you. So those are the games. That's a lot more, but I'm still on my grind as I am on that grind. Every
Achievements.
achievement grind.
Free money.
That's what I'm on every day. I got to get that 50
Gotta
points.
get my
I
points.
know that's right.
Yes.
Shoot, how you liking
I'm on.
Vampire Survivors though?
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually going to
It's
buy that.
addicting.
I'm
It's
actually.
addicting.
Yeah, it is very addictive. That's the type of game.
That's what like it's addicting though.
That's the perfect type of game to have when you're out of town
Mm-hmm.
and you want to kill some time. You got it on.
Because you can pause it, you can
Have
put
it
it
right.
down.
You put it down, come back to it, and just beat the level and do it again in 30, 40 minutes. Because it becomes overwhelming, which is the intent, because there is no winning.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna die. So at some point in time.
It's I like it because it's very accessible.
Yeah,
True.
very
And
accessible.
you only need one hand to play it.
Yeah. I mean, I even think my wife will play it.
It's simplistic, and like you said, it gives you a lot of
Dude, they should need to make an old school joystick for it. Just a one stick joystick.
That would be cool.
gives you
That
some
would be cool.
reminiscent of Robotron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Robotron and Berserk.
Yeah, Berserk.
Also, Smash TV, same people that made Robotron.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, that's another one. True.
Classic from the older generation.
So what do you guys get into some of these hot topics? I'm going to get your impressions of that game, Vampires, which we already discussed, because I think generally, Mega, you haven't played it, correct?
Yeah.
Let me pull
Not
that
yet.
video.
Okay. But the overall experience from everyone is that it's a cool game. You like it a lot. And it only costs $5 if you want to buy it. So I want to support the developer because it's a good game. And it's cheap. I like cheap.
I like cheap.
When I can
Yep.
save when I can save some money, I'm good.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think I'll buy it too.
Well, yeah, I want to buy it just to support the developer.
Yeah, I support the developer on that one.
And guess what? If you use your Microsoft points and did your dailies, you would be able to buy it without even.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been playing. I mean, so that and Double, you said you downloaded Need for Speed. So we discussed the impressions, but I heard a lot of people actually liking the game.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
It doesn't look as bad as
No, it doesn't.
initially. I think they
It-
toned it down a lot.
It doesn't look as cell shaded.
I think they
Yeah.
toned it down a lot because of the complaints. Because like I said, I was watching somebody play it. I'm like, they don't look as cell shaded as I thought it would.
Yeah, check it out. It's like they have little accents here and there.
It looks much better. Much better. Guess I'll download it and play it. My free 10 hours of EA Play.
Yep. You're free 10 hours.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
You know this cityscape is Chicago.
That's what I thought
Yeah.
when I saw that. So it looked but then I saw the mountains. I was like, who you fooling? But that does look like Chicago. Like that,
Look at
that
the bus
building right
stop.
there, that's down. Yep, all that Chicago. The cars in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's reminiscent of Congress Avenue. Congress going under the
Yeah,
Commercial.
old
Drive.
post
Whacker Drive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Car towers right
And
there.
Yeah,
On-
Marina
on
City.
fire.
No, that's not Marina City, is it? Is that Marina City? River City.
River City.
River City.
Oh, I was playing Battlefield too.
Yeah, I've been trying to download that. Thanks for reminding me. Keeps getting derailed.
Oh, look at Lower Whacker.
Get
Also-
lost on Lord Whacker.
We
Easily,
talked
even if you've been down there a million times.
we talked about those games.
Still get lost.
What do you guys think about Need for Speed? I don't know if I'll buy it, but what about, we discussed this earlier, but are any of you going to pick up Marvel Midnight
No.
Suns?
No. Anyways, next topic.
I didn't hear that. Wait a minute.
Moving on.
Everybody said no too fast. What did you say?
I said, is anyone going to pick up Marvel's Midnight Suns? So let me make it
Oh,
a different.
oh,
Let me
oh,
rephrase the question. Let me
okay.
KK. Let me rephrase the question. Question is now, why are you not going to buy double?
Man, I can't get with that combat, man. You play your card, and then 5 minutes later the action start. That's taking me all out of the game. That's not for me.
So you lose your immersion in being in the game.
Yes. That's not for me.
Okay.
It's a pass.
Lady Jazz.
No, for me that is a hard pass. Cause, like he said, with the cards and that lack of action, like make up your mind. It looks like or it could have been a mobile game. Like, no, I'd rather play Ultimate Alliance.
What is
I would rather play Ultimate Alliance than this.
That's a bold statement there.
No. Me and Mike beat out
games. Those are fun games. Like if you have a group,
games. If I'm gonna play card games, give me some Uno.
There you go.
If you're gonna give me a card game.
Cards Against Humanity, something. Cards.
Yeah. So what about you, Serge?
What?
What about you?
About?
You know what we talking.
You want this?
A game? What?
He said it don't even exist.
Oh. Just like that. That Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 3. They don't go. Ain't nothing in between that. Just like that. Memory erase. MIB in here. Hit that stick real quick. We don't need that game. We don't need that.
Pew.
Okay, so I know. I mean, me, Mega. What about you? You said it's a no, hard no.
Yeah, I'm not digging the style. It looks mobile-esque, and mobile games aren't, really my thing. And what's another thing I was about to say? There's another thing I was about to say.
It's whatever you supposed to say. Whatever Dad say.
There you go.
I was about to make a joke and say I could make an excuse and say, well, I don't want to waste my gift card on this game. But
I heard that.
Spend them wise. Spend them wise.
Yeah, that ain't wisely.
So that's why I said this is not wise.
But yeah, this isn't my cup of tea.
I'm not buying it. It does not.
Like, why would you? Oh my goodness.
I think if it came to Game Pass, I'd play it because it's just not something I'll play.
Get this tablet out of here. This is a tablet game.
Yeah, there you go. Tablet or mobile. Bingo.
Yeah, it could be a
phone
game.
It kind of reminds me of
phone game. That's better. That's worse than tablet. Get this phone game.
It reminds me of that DC game on the phone. If you guys even know that. But yeah.
I don't know what you're speaking of, but
Oh my goodness.
No, trust me,
Y'all
this
should
should
make
be
it. Y'all
a
could
game
have
that's
made
like
like you said, Marvel Alliance. I would play a Marvel Alliance. If y'all made a Marvel
That's
Alliance,
exactly what I'm saying.
I would play it.
That's what I was
I like
saying.
the game, but I would play it rather than this debauchery.
Because you know what? It's a shame. Look at the shading. Look at the animation and the design. It looks like it had potential. Like it's not terrible looking. It's just the gameplay itself.
You know who?
Looking game for trash.
But you know who published it? You know who published the game? Who published it?
Who?
I think Take-Two.
Really?
Oh wow.
They made them make this money grabbing game. Really?
This is gonna be a mistake too, and you know somehow, some way, they are going to charge you for something.
Oh my goodness! It's so
Okay,
cool.
the animation looks
See, you know
better
what's
zoomed
cool?
out.
If I could take control of Iron Man and go over there and pick up the rock and throw it my god dang self.
No, you have to select it. You have to hover over it and click.
That's too much work. That's too much work.
They was like, we got to make a game. Forget programming. Yes, card game. Excellent. Turn based.
We spent enough time on that. So
But some
just
people love these turn-based
Mm-hmm.
games because some of the greatest games are turn-based like that. So
see, that's my X. Was it XCOM? That's like an
yeah,
XCOM game.
XCOM. There's another
Yeah,
one
I don't
that's
like
like
that.
apocalyptic or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but I tried it and I was like, I
So
cannot get down with
since
this. I can't get jiggy with this.
so since
Two
we're
2K waste their license.
yeah, we did. It's horrible. Since we coming off a holiday, what did you guys think about Black Friday sales? Did you get anything? And did you hear about who did well? Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, uh, Jazz.
Honestly, I didn't hear much about it. I kind of tried to shield myself, trying not to fall victim to the Black Friday thing.
Even though they started a week early,
Yeah.
Everything.
Black Friday was 2 weeks this year.
So I know we going through a recession, but give us your money. Start now.
Black Friday
So,
started the week of Halloween.
What is that
That's
dude doing up there? Look at that weak security up there, for real, y'all. For real.
oh, he on his segue. Get back here.
So, so what did you guys think about the biggest seller? Supposedly, Xbox did well Black Friday weekend. Nintendo Switch did well Black Friday.
I heard the ponies were in denial.
Are you surprised?
Wait, really?
The Series S didn't do good. Oh.
Dad, did you just did that voice? That
Yeah,
doesn't
he
sound
did.
like you at
Yeah.
all. Oh, wow.
He turned to another person.
That's your daddy.
As
He
I
turned to another person. Wow.
as I stated, I don't think, and I think Call of Duty did well, but it was so funny that I don't think. No, I don't know, so I'm speculating. Uh, Xbox did well. Nintendo did well. Actually, you could find some PS5s because I could have ordered another one, but I'm like, I just went through just to see if I could get it. I didn't do it because what was I gonna do it? I do it the one I barely play the one I have now, so I'm like, it makes no sense to have two of them. But my point is that you can get them, and so since you can get them, uh, and it wasn't selling out, I thought they would have done better. I really did think with God of War releasing that they would have had a bigger dent, at least finish number one or number two. But Xbox finished number one with no game. So I thought that was amazing. And
Game
I'm saying
Pass.
I'm being facetious when I say game. But I mean, Serge, what are your thoughts about Black Friday? Did you buy anything? Did you?
No, I looked, but I didn't buy. I was tempted, but I resisted. Well, that's not true. I bought Resident Evil Deluxe Edition off of Xbox
That was a steal, though.
for like
X,
$15.
you talking about the Resident Evil 7?
No, 2 and 3, the remakes.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Because you know what? This sale, they're going to do it again in January.
Yeah, but I was
Well,
like, I can't pass that up. Give me this. Here's $15. Take
yeah.
that. That's
And
a good sale.
that sale in January lasts longer too.
You say what?
I said that sale in January lasts longer too.
It always lasts. That's when I used to always pick up Call of Duty. It's in January. It always goes on sale. I never pay full
Yeah.
price. But what about you, Mega? You didn't spend your gift cards on Black Friday?
Um, I'm not sure if this counts, if it was even part of Black Friday, but there's there's some like there's some really good Steam sales that I got.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Yeah. Yeah, we wrote
Uh,
it with Sting.
Tekken 7. For what? There was Tekken 7. There was does King of Fighters 15 count? Double.
Yeah. That was part of the Black Friday.
Ah, okay.
What
And
did
I was thinking about getting one of the One Piece games on Steam. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna get Tekken 7 and save up money for a bit later. Yeah.
Okay.
So
What
yeah.
what did I do? About 9 gaming stuff. Like
Oh
to
wow,
come to
you
that.
went
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I had about 9
And
games.
9 games.
No, you didn't hear. I mean, let me stand corrected. I said non-gaming stuff
That's
on
what I
Black
thought you
Friday.
said. Okay.
That's what
Oh,
I said.
non-gaming stuff.
I
Non-gaming
thought you
You
said
buy a
stuff.
nine.
boat? You buy a boat?
No,
I got 9 games, brand new
you
releases. Hey.
you don't.
I bought myself a jacket. I bought myself some
Nah,
pants.
I know you won't believe what I bought, but that's the different story. So I bought.
Oh boy, he gonna bring it up and then not say nothing. What a
Uh,
cliffhanger.
okay,
I
okay.
got
Here
a
we go.
feeling what you
The
bought.
There you
suspense.
go.
He bring it.
I,
What y'all get for Black
I got a
Friday?
feeling.
I'm gonna
again,
tell you what I got. Ha! That's a twist. It's a
no,
twist.
no, it's actually um, Cathalon.
What?
You said a who?
Cathalon.
Teflon.
Cathalon. Cathalon. Cathalon pots and
Oh,
pans.
that's what I thought. Yeah, the Teflon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I know you
yeah,
ain't talking about no kitchen.
yeah. You got to cook. You got to eat. I don't like
It's the
Hey.
good stuff to keep you
yeah,
happy.
there you go. There you go. But I did on Monday night, did buy the PlayStation Plus Essential. Is that the one that costs the most expensive one?
Yeah, that's isn't that like $60 or something?
It was on sale for 89. So I bought that because I'm like, if I keep my
Oh,
PlayStation Plus membership, that's 59. And if I bought a game on PlayStation, that's 70. So I'm like, well, if I take that 70 and add it to what I would spend on PlayStation Plus, I'm still saving money because I'm not gonna buy a game.
Yeah.
didn't you just
So,
say you ain't even playing it?
but
But he
I
can if
keep,
he wants.
yeah, I keep my subscriptions. Oh, I did play Returnal last week on PS5. I did play
Okay, so
Returnal.
you did play it. Don't.
Yeah, I played Returnal. I do play my PS5, yeah, but it's just nothing. I okay, I may spend an hour on my PS5 a week. I spend 2 to 3 hours, at least an hour a day. So you do the math. I do at least an hour and a half.
I was just making sure it wasn't zero. So.
No,
Your
no,
place-
no. I will say my PlayStation 4 is collecting so much dust. I need to put that back in the box because it has not been played.
Yeah, mine feels like a neglected child.
Yeah,
Neglected
bald headed.
stepchild.
Yeah, as we used to say, bald headed stepchild.
Bald headed stepchild.
But so that's the only thing that I did for. I did buy the PlayStation, PlayStation Plus, and whatever. That's cool because I ain't I'm not gonna buy the games because I don't really see anything I want, and I can guarantee you, I beat The Last of Us 2, so I know The Last of Us 2 will come to PlayStation. The remake, The Last of Us remake, will come to PlayStation sometime next year. I'm willing to bet money. So when they do it, I'll replay it, or if it go on sale for $15, I will buy a PlayStation game sale for 15. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit up there. Most of my PlayStation games, I buy the actual disc. And then if I knew somebody that played PlayStation 5 games, I could let them borrow it. Then I feel like I'm not wasting my money. Yeah, with it collected dust. So that was Black Friday. So what do you guys think about, or did you watch, did you see the interview with Lex? What's his name? Lex Clips? Actually, Lex Clips does some very good interviews. He interviews a lot of people with Starfield. What do you think about that? Double. Are you excited for
Uh,
more excited for Starfield?
oh yeah, for sure. I didn't get a chance to watch Lex, but I usually watch him. But his interview was like 2 hours long with Todd Howard.
I thought it was only 20 minutes. I didn't see the whole thing.
I think it it could be cut up into clips, but
Yeah,
that's what I
probably
heard.
could. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's clips, Lex Clips. But he
Mhm.
interviews a lot of people.
Yeah, he does. I watch him.
He interviews a lot.
I think he had one with Kanye West. So he's popular. He's popular, very popular right now.
Everybody makes a mistake, but moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said no comment. Anyway,
So you're more hyped now. You're hyped for Starfield.
Man, I've been hyped.
What do you think about? I'm not gonna mention the person's name, but I know you saw it trending in certain places where a certain person said Xbox doesn't get credit, shouldn't get credit for Starfield.
Mhm.
You saw that, right? I know all you saw it.
Didn't get credit for.
No,
They shouldn't.
shouldn't get credit.
Who said that?
Why not?
Yeah.
They
I'm not gonna mention that
technically
person's
funded the
name.
game.
I'm not gonna give
one
him.
of his debaters.
Now it's not one of my debaters because I wouldn't. I would. I'm gonna give you.
We would have seen it.
Yeah, you would have seen it because y'all. I refuse
The
to.
game is solely
no.
developed on Xbox
I
hardware.
refuse to respond to his anywhere about his tweets because I'm not going to give the person credit. I'm not going to let them get likes or they're trendy because how many people respond. If I feel as though
Fair.
a person's going to waste my time, I'm not going to respond to that because there's no logic in dealing with the person. I only can deal with people when I can discuss something logically with you. If you do not want to discuss logic, then I don't want to talk to you. It's a done deal.
I don't want to talk about emotions.
Yeah.
Talk about emotions, go to your shrink. That's what I say. So what do you think? What did you think about Sergio?
What? Just
So
the
Rich?
interview? I didn't see the interview.
Oh, you didn't see the interview either?
It's up now with subtitles.
No, I'll have to sit and watch
In essence, I'm gonna do a brief. No, what did you see it, Mega?
Unfortunately, no.
it. Because y'all getting stuff about the Starfield. I'm like,
You don't like Starfield?
I don't know. I'm skeptical about it. They reaching for the
Okay.
stars. They
One
like
thing-
promising
Okay.
a lot.
One thing I
Okay,
like.
so
Very
let's hold
interesting.
on. Let's expound upon your point of view. What makes you think they're reaching for the star? Literally and figuratively.
This game is huge. They promising a lot, and we've seen this happen before. That's
Give me an example. I'm not letting you go on that. Give me an example. What were we saying
oh my
before?
goodness. The last space game that came out. What was that?
Oh, so you're gonna relate that to No Man's Sky?
Yeah, I'm just saying a lot of these games come out promising the stars, or even Battlefield 2042. How that took a year to get back on his feet. All these games have huge expectations, so when they come out, they
Okay, now let me hold you right there. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. And I'm just want to go back on you because are you not either an Elder Scroll or Skyrim person who loves that type of game? I'm just asking.
I dabble in them, but
Oh my God, are you just telling me you dabbled in?
You don't dabble.
Oh my God.
no, I dabble in them. There's I do
Okay,
like
sorry.
some
Sorry.
games. I
So,
don't
hold
like
on.
some
Oh,
games.
oh,
You
okay,
answer the
okay.
question.
Stop.
Don't let me
First,
spoil
you
it.
love
No,
Elder
no, no, no,
Scrolls.
no, 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 no. That's my
No,
whole point. No,
I
okay.
certain
Hold on,
games, not
hold
all of
on.
them.
No. I want to ask you a question. When you say certain things, I want you to go a little more definitive. Define dabble.
I was explaining that, and y'all kept cutting me off.
Okay, I apologize. Explain dabble.
I don't like every game that they come out with. I
That's
don't
not
like a
dabble.
lot of the games.
It's not
I don't
dabble.
like a lot of the games. I only like Elder Scrolls ESO Online, and I think Elder Scrolls 4 or I don't like. I only like 2 games out of all of them. The
But
rest of them are bored to me.
but my point is, I'm trying to understand. My thing about dabble means you're going to touch it here, touch it there, jump out, touch it here, jump there,
I
but
touch them, and then I
you're
don't
not
like
going to
it if I
focus.
don't.
You're
If
not
I
going to
don't like 'em.
focus. Okay,
I
but a
will
lot
say
of
that's
people-
true with
okay,
Elden or
okay,
Elder Scrolls
right.
because we both have
Okay.
several characters.
okay, you have strong characters in Elder Scrolls, but Elder Scrolls Online, I think you both like because I played with you and you guys were so super ranked that I didn't want to
But
play
that
with
was
y'all
just
because
one
y'all.
character. We have like
Right.
5 characters, so that
That's
dabble,
my
I will give
point.
him that.
Yeah, but that's
I
not
like the
dabble.
Elder Scrolls.
That's
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 more of
not
an
that,
MMO like
that's
feel
not
to
right.
it.
But it's still that pedigree from them though.
Right.
So I'm saying with their pedigree, you yourself went back to say that you were comparing it to No Man's Sky, but that's like saying,
I was
okay,
just
let me
saying
hold on,
games
hold on,
that
hold on.
promise a lot. I'm not
Okay,
promising to that
okay,
particularly. I'm just saying
okay,
games that promise a lot. I also said Battlefield 2042,
right.
and I
But,
and I'm saying
but
these large games that come out and they promise a lot, and then they
but
have a lot
isn't
of work to do. So.
Elder Scrolls a launch game?
Yeah, that's what when I started. For Honor was like that. Like almost every game last generation was like that. You could name a lot of them.
But I
It's
thought
just what boils to your mind. You could think of a lot of them.
but that's an RPG, right?
But this is Bethesda's pedigree, though.
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to see.
Yeah.
All right, Lady Jazz, what are your thoughts?
Because Bethesda has a print on it,
Mhm.
I will check it out because I know a lot of people are going to agree with the statement. I love. Well, let me take that back. A lot of people are going to agree with the last part of the statement. I love playing Skyrim, but you got too powerful too quickly, and it kind of made the fun code kind of like Elder Scrolls. I love that game. And I was reading this article. One of the things they said where is it? Don't expect it to be a rugged space sim where the player needs to track a whole bunch of resources, else they risk getting stranded in space, stuff like that. So it seems like it's going to be a little less mentally taxing. So in short, I can see myself trying it out at least. I can say if I'm gonna like it because I didn't play it yet, but
I'm
Okay.
buying stuff.
Mega.
Okay, so the question is like, do I have like, an interest in Starfield? Because yeah.
We'll rephrase it. Do you have an interest in? Did you didn't see the interview, so you can't comment.
Ye- Yeah, but I do have interest in Starfield, because I want to try out more, Western RPGs, get off my bubble of, JRPGs. Like I was looking through some games, I was like, ooh, I should play Jade Empire someday. I should play The Force Awakens someday. But like I'm only going to try those games if, my backlog gets shorter.
Facts.
Yeah,
Because they take up a lot of your time mentally.
It take up a lot of your time.
true.
Period.
Exactly.
Okay. What about you, Double?
Well, you already know. Look, I'm buying the game. I don't care if it's on Game Pass or whatever.
But
I love
okay.
the game.
What I found, because I think I'm the only one that probably watched most of it. I didn't watch most of it. I just took the excerpts. What I found his interview to be a little bit interesting is the fact that one, I think they delayed the game on purpose, but delaying the game gave them time to focus more on getting the Bethesda bugs out the way. What I mean by that, it's Bethesda always release buggy games. So they should have no excuse this time with buggy games. The game should be immaculate, so to speak. I know there's going to be bugs somewhere, but to some extent, there should less bugs. That's point one. Point two, I like the fact when Tyler Howard said, uh, they tried to corner him. Next tried to corner him about a multiplayer or it not being on PlayStation. He was like, well, more or less, and I'm paraphrasing 100% here. They have always been developing games. They started out with PC, then they went over to Xbox. So they've always had development with Xbox, and they're familiar with Xbox. So they were like, hey, we're in familiar territory. This is what we like, so we can focus on that and make a better game. I
No
thought that
doubt.
was and I thought he did a good job answering that. The reason why I hope it's okay, is that my only problem with Bethesda games is they are very long. I'm a 20 to 30-hour person game. I get me to other After I get over 30 to 40 hours, I'm done. Then I'll start coming back and forth because I haven't met a person that said I haven't played a person that beat Fallout 4. I know a lot of people have beat it, but I don't know a lot of people that I've gamed with that have beat Fallout 4. I know a lot of people that beat Skyrim. I'm I think I'm playing Skyrim and I like it. I come back to it. I'm like, well, Elder Scrolls 6 not coming out for a while, so I come back to Skyrim. Plus, there's so many games, but I love space games because to me it gave me a little bit of a when I saw the game, it gave me the RPG element of what's that game called? I forget the name of this game, but it gave me a good uh took cues from another game, which another space game, and I like space games and like Mass Effects and things like that. So if he can play like Mass Effect in space, I'm good. And you can build and all that, I'm good. Just give me the battling they do in Mass Effect, and hey, I'm all over that. But I am very surprised, and I'm looking forward to the game. Now, when it will release, don't know.
Well, my background with Bethesda games is, well, I got 800 hours in Skyrim, about 300 in Oblivion itself.
See,
And
Oblivion, yeah, Oblivion is a good game, but I don't think I'm more than a 50 in Oblivion.
this, I believe Starfield is going to just suck me in for the next 10 years.
And you'll still
I
be
can,
only halfway through.
It's a trap.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it. So
But he
a lot of
said
people are
something.
excited about it.
Oh, a heck of a lot of people were excited. But he
Yeah.
said something kind of funny. He was like, they were talking about Elder Scrolls, and he was like, we still, and he made a good point. Uh, we're still releasing updates or add-ons or downloadable content for what Skyrim, not Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls, right?
Elder Scroll.
And
Hmm.
let me ask you a question. You only release it if it's popular and people are buying it. The people must be buying it.
Yeah, people love Elder Scroll.
Yeah, that's what he made a point about that. Like people like, well, when you gonna get to the next game? I think they're like, well, we want to make money here, and they making money.
I noticed a lot of my streaming friends have been playing the Elder Scrolls or Elden Ring, whatever. I see too many Eldens, Skyrim mix lately. So I was like, all right.
And I think
I mean, literally, those games, it won't die. Skyrim, how old is Skyrim now?
Came out 11/11/11.
The game just won't die. The mods and everything in it, collecting all the weapons, and I love Skyrim.
Skyrim was fun.
I may even play it on the Switch. Who knows?
It's gonna be buggy like that new Switch
It'll
game.
be a tough task.
Who are you
And they
guys?
managed to get it in there.
Well, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just like, hopefully, I can beat at least 5 more games before those games come out because Skyrim is a game. I mean, it's Starfield's a game that you got to play. I want to play for a good while and totally be engaged in that game so I can level myself up real quick. I wish it had an online component. But okay, so let's
Did he
go.
mention any co-op?
No, no, it's not in co-op. But I do predict it's going to do at least, and get where I'm saying, it's going to do at least on PC. I think it's going to do between Xbox and PC. I'm talking about sales. I think Xbox PC, it's going to do at least
20 to
$3 million.
30.
Nope. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying real quick. Xbox sales, that's what I said. Sales is going to do 2 to 3 million easy, 4 million maybe. But people playing it with Game Pass is going to be 10 to 15 million.
Yeah, easily,
Easy.
easily. Yeah.
Anybody with Game Pass is going to be 10 to 15 million people. And that's the engagement. Now think about that engagement 6 months later, which they're going to do. They're going to have downloadable content or skins that you, because that's all Bethesda does, make that side hustle money by
Can you
adding up.
imagine?
Yeah. So you think
Oh
10
man, your spacesuit, your ship. Oh man, I'm telling you, man.
buildings?
Yeah,
All right.
right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to 2023. I'm looking forward. That's why I want to beat a lot of these games so I can look forward to 2023. I'm still looking to play Halo with some group of people who can play online together, but some people hide on their PC all day. But we'll see about that one day. Yeah, I was going for you, though. Don't worry about it. That was about you. Yeah, I'm coming for you. In the world of, since we're talking about Microsoft, let's go to the world of mergers. You guys heard about the Serbia approving the ABK deal. So how many countries is that approved it thus
Is that three?
Uh,
far? Three. I
let's see,
think
what's
it's
that?
Serbia,
Brazil,
Brazil, and Saudi Arabia.
Serbia, Saudi Arabia.
And Brazil.
Okay, so what they need 16? Is it 16?
I'm not really. That's not my point, really. But what I want to preface something. Each one of those countries gave, and I'd have to respect 100% because I'm going somewhere with this, and I want to get you guys. This I want you guys to give me your critical thinking skills with this one, and I'm going somewhere with this Serbia deal. Well, with the other two, um, Brazil did a thorough analysis because didn't Sony have the same narrative about Xbox this and Xbox that? And it amazed me how they came out and said no restrictions because they saw all of the data and the data should rule, right? Meaning data, meaning what is PS, PlayStation, Sony market share in their region because they're only looking at Brazil. You can only judge off Brazil. So Brazil only judge what's in their market because they only should care about their consumers. When you care about your consumers,
Be right
then
back.
you care about your consumers. But in the other respect, when it came to this week, oh no. Okay, we'll go back to it. That's not this. Do you think they made the right decision as far as those three thus far? How do you feel about them saying them being the regulators in those respective countries, Serbia, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil, uh, coming out with no restrictions? What do you think about that? Do you think it's fair, or do you think Sony was duped and they should listen to Sony? Lady Jazz, what are your thoughts?
I think Hoover's duped.
You think PlayStation was duped?
No.
You think so? In other words, you're saying they looked at the evidence, the side of the court.
I would. Hold on, my phone is going off. Sorry. I don't know. This one is new to me.
What's new? Sorry.
No. Learning about Serbia approving the acquisition.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I said not only Serbia, it's the three that did it. I was saying it. Of the three, all three of them, they made the same decision based for their consumers. And they all came to the same conclusion that it was no restrictions, that they didn't have to share anything with Sony. Microsoft, if they allowed the merger to go through, they said, no, you don't have to put anything on Call of Duty if you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't think they were being. Yeah, I don't think they were being duped.
So you think Sony wasn't doing? What about you, Serge?
I think everybody just saying the UK tripping. Like y'all over there tripping. That's all.
Okay.
Everybody who look at the facts, non-biasly, keep saying the same stuff. It's a good. It's good for business. I don't see what the problem is.
Good for gaming, good for consumer. Uh, Mega, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, they did the right thing. I'm perfectly fine with them.
You think they're
Um,
making a right decision?
yeah, well, I agree. I agree that they let Microsoft, to get this acquisition going on. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Is Double back?
Mm-mm.
I'm back. I just made it back.
Oh, well, magically,
Okay, so let me
it's
repeat
time
the
to make me
question.
lie.
Okay.
Reiterate your question for me.
All right. I was saying Serbia, right? Serbia,
Right.
Saudi Arabia, and Brazil. They all had no restrictions on their uh, when they approved the merger, right? Do you
Right.
think they were duped by Sony, or do you think Sony got played, or they were not phased by Sony trying to dupe them?
You know what? I'm thinking these countries don't care enough about it. You know what I mean? Like
It's not on their
they're not.
radar.
Yeah. I mean,
Like like that they don't know like much about the gaming industry. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't want to say they don't know too much about the game industry. It's just that they don't see they don't see Microsoft or Xbox harming the industry at all. You know what I mean? Like Sony's claiming it's going to. You know what I mean? Do you know?
Non-bias.
Yeah. So it's gaming.
Okay, so let me go to the real question then. So earlier, late last week and earlier this week, it came out that really late last week. I think it happened late last week. They said the FTC, a bogus report or some report, that the FTC was going to sue to block Microsoft or oppose the deal, and so Microsoft couldn't buy them. And then it's the same thing is trickling through the CMA and EU. So my question is to you, and it's not a long question, it's a question I need you to think about. It's all about competition, and everything is about competition. So if they're basing it off competition, I thought that through the regulators, they didn't want people to have a market dominance of 20 to 30, no, of 60 or 70% before they have to get engaged, before they can say something is a monopoly. So in order to stop that in the United States, you have these ordinance or laws in place to stop monopolies. That's when the FTC supposedly can get engaged and say, well, this is a monopoly. So where is where is Microsoft going to and the FTC going to block it for? One is, are they blocking it based off of what? Microsoft, what, cloud services because they're dominant there? Well, are they? Because they're the first ones out the gate? Are they the first ones doing Game Pass for free? What are their concerns? Because it's not like they're stopping anybody else from doing it. People are not marketing it the right way, in my opinion, or giving you enough to entice people to do cloud gaming. So what is the concern? Is it saying that Microsoft Cloud Gaming or cloud services, Azure, is because they're using that? But again, who paid for it? So my point to you is overall, it's an easy point. Do you think if the FTC is going to block it? And I have my opinion about that, and along with the rest of EU, and the CMA? Because I think those three are in cahoots. What's your thoughts? Double testing, double.
uh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Xbox is in third place, and of course, I mean the Activision. It's a big
Did you
acquisition, but
did y'all any
it's
of y'all read the documents?
still.
Did anybody see the documents that Microsoft had and Sony had that was released by the CMA or the EU? One of them released, the CMA released.
Let me see
Was
if
it
I can
CMA?
find it.
So the point I'm making is, what's your point on it? What are your thoughts?
Even at what I'm saying is, even after the acquisition, is they still ain't not they're not gonna have half of the industry.
Not at all. So it's based off of fear, uncertainty.
Exactly.
So they FUD. So what are your thoughts, Serge? Sir Rich?
Uh, that Sony is scared of what Microsoft gonna do with Call of Duty, and what else they get with Call of Duty. Well, Activision, I should say, because once they get that last little bit of mobile technology that's included in that Activision, things will go change for Microsoft's pockets. And I don't know if they could really lose that mobile, the king, and the Call of Duty. Like, what is that gonna do to their bottom line? I think they just fear mongering and they looking at the wrong instead of just buying paint. They're not gonna be able to pay people off no more. So they're gonna lose their chips.
Okay.
The
That's
way
what
they've
it
been
is.
fighting all these
Ding
years.
ding ding ding.
Okay. And
That's
what
that's
about
exactly what it is.
what about you, Megalixa?
Um,
And you
yeah,
had the same opinion as the rest of them.
Ugh.
yeah. Yeah, I was about to say the stuff that y'all about to say. Eh,
Late.
Sorry if I'm not, talking any like original stuff, because sometimes I gotta like process, what's going on.
Lady Janice thoughts.
Hmm. As usual, I think it's silly. I mean, I think what was it earlier? Double had said it's better for the gaming industry as a whole. It's better for everybody. It's just stop being mad.
So you're saying that you're talking to Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being a hater.
Yeah. And not to sound like I hate to keep saying stuff like that, but like honestly it is what it is.
So let me give you my thoughts. And first of all, like I said, I sent you guys the email earlier this week with the exact topic saying that what this is going to be about, in my opinion, it's only about my opinion. I could be wrong, which I have no problem being, but I think it's about this the FTC. They're going to block it because I just feel as though that's what they want to do because they got to show U.S. big tech. They're going to block it. Remember when Amazon bought MGM? The Lena Khan was like, "Oh, they're going to block it." They didn't though, because Amazon said either you're going to block it and we're going to sue you and we're going to take you to court. So the FTC, the CMA, and the EU. I've been posting this every day. It's nothing to do with gaming. It only has to do with blocking US big tech. And I'm going to take some time because I think everyone needs to understand what big tech is. Now, let's say if they were going to block the deal because what? They are afraid of Microsoft becoming monopoly. Right? That's the only reason you can, in the U.S., block a deal on a monopoly. Right? So, what's the definition of a monopoly? A monopoly is the exclusive protection, possession, or control of supply or trade in a commodity or service. Now, in gaming, does Microsoft have a monopoly based off of a definition?
No, no.
Not at all. So then they say a commodity, which you can say is or a service, Game Pass. So you're going to try to put Game Pass, but all that's one domain. If you want to segment Game Pass off and say, well, because you got Azure and you got this and you got that. Well, are you trying to say because Azure and Microsoft dominance that they are not allowed to do that? And what boggles my mind is that I'm taking a side note here, right? Everyone's against peers, everyone's against US big tech. And now when it comes, you guys know my profession. So in reference to privacy, rule for privacy of 1001%. So it has nothing to do with that. I don't like bullying. I don't like anything like that. But I heard somebody say, not in this group, but I heard someone say it before, like in Germany, one of the big tech, US big tech firms, either Amazon, Apple, or some one of them, didn't pay taxes or paid only $5 taxes
Probably
in Germany.
Amazon.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Okay.
heard something like that. Go
Hold
ahead.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm
Hold
listening
on.
to
But see, here's where people, I think, don't see the whole picture. When you say things like that, you got to start looking at how don't they only pay $5? Well, if it's wait a minute, let me get the point out. If it's accounting rules that said country has in place, but do you go further to look at this? And no one wants to talk about what I think is which you need to talk about in reference to you talking about US big tech. Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, all four of them have, and I'll even say Facebook to an extent, have data centers in Europe, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So if I'm going to, let's say, pick a country out, Germany, and I tell you, and you're bidding, so I'm gonna see if you guys put this together with something else happens here all the time, and it's something else happening elsewhere in the United States. We're a product we're trying to get back, but it's not a product, but manufacturing type we're trying to get back. Uh, if I'm going to Germany and I'm gonna build a factory in Berlin, right outside outskirts of Berlin, and I'm Microsoft, Google, or Apple, who paying for that equipment? Microsoft, Google, or Apple. Those governments are giving them subsidies to say, hey, build your plant here. Because if you build your plant here, what are you doing? You're employing people in that area, right or wrong.
Right. Right.
So those are tax dollars that they are producing so that government and they can pay taxes and have families and, in other words, feeding the economy. So when you start bringing a $1 billion facility into a city, then you are going to, that's just how business works. So they get these tax credits or whatever. So in the end, if they're able to pay $5, that's because you didn't set the system up the right way to mitigate all the loopholes that allows them to pay. But you're not going to talk about the issue or the fact that you're also giving them jobs in that area and the billions of dollars invested in that service. So when they say big tech, it's not like they're giving them and they're saying somebody's subsidizing that for them, meaning Google, Apple, Microsoft, or no one's subsidizing the cost for them putting them data centers in there. Them data centers are expensive. Each data center is you got all the computers, you got the power, you got the lines, you got the fiber circuits, you got the redundancy that must be built. It has to be rented. That's why you see a lot of these people building data centers. They're trying to go green because they don't want to spend all that money on electricity over and over again. But all of that is what is coming into this. But they don't want to talk about the services they have there and what jobs they're giving. They're all talking about big tech. And the reason why I said that was also what is it? What are they building in Arizona? A new chip factory?
I was just
You
about
know,
to say that.
TMSC,
Yeah.
the $1 billion chip factory. Ohio, Intel's building the chip factory, the manufacturer. So they're not just coming there to build it and say, okay, we're going to build it. They're looking at saying, what are you going to give me for building it here? What tax breaks, what incentives are you going to do? That's just regular business. But again, that's how everyone's approaching this deal. In my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but they're looking at every little entity of Microsoft. I don't think that's fair. Because I have money, you're going to stop me? Or because I invest and Sony, people forget how big Sony was. Sony was big in TVs. They got lost. And LG and Samsung ate their lunch. Sony still make good TVs now, but they're not as prevalent as LG and Samsung. I mean, a lot of people still, and you got TCL, a lot of other competitors, right? So
Yeah.
my point, and I was trying to make, is that I feel as though this has nothing to do with gaming to an extent, because all the data that has shown, it showed that regardless in the end, Microsoft, even if they did take, like, that's why I wanted to say the response, let me call it that, that the Brazil gave was so well written, right? How could anybody go against, especially in Europe? And in Europe, Europe, it encompasses the CMA and the whole European, the continent, the whole continent of Europe. Let me say it that way. And Sony dominates 70% of that market if they are saying you can't count Nintendo. So if they can, why are they not going after Sony for being a monopoly? Now, see how that got turned around, a monopoly? Now, what is a monopoly? The exclusive possession or control of the supply or trade in a commodity or service. Who runs your Sony? They already said they do. So how can you stop Microsoft from doing this? Unless you can come down to the common thing that all over Europe, the EU, and the CMA, even to the US, they're going after US big tech. And that's my whole point of why I thought about it in the beginning. I'm like, yeah, I think it'll go through. But how I started seeing these nastiness of all these people with these bogus claims, and they're like, this is law, or this is real, not law, but this is real, and you believe in one side. Where is your objectivity in looking at stuff and reading? Now, that's my problem. Any thoughts about that? Ladies, gentlemen?
No.
Yeah, I have.
I'm being educated.
Yeah.
Well, I can I say that this is just a claim. Um, but yeah,
An insurance
but
claim
yeah,
or
the
what?
bigger
Go ahead. I'm just
uh,
joking. Go ahead.
let's just say a random thing to say, but yeah, in terms of seeing the bigger picture, um, Microsoft as a company as a whole, um, their I guess you could say competitors is Amazon, Apple, and Google,
They are. That's who they're
and
competing.
yeah, it
So
just like
tell me this, and they should have did this years ago. Is break Xbox off from Microsoft.
No, they shouldn't.
break
Hmm.
You know,
Xbox off of
this
No,
It's an
Microsoft.
interesting thought, though.
they wanted to do that, but then where would they have gotten the money to make purchases?
True.
Are you saying that they were going to run as a wholly owned subsidiary? They couldn't have got away with it, still been Microsoft.
right, because maybe I don't know. The EU is looking at Microsoft in itself.
That's my point I was making. That's what they're doing. You
Right.
can't, they are not a monopoly in gaming.
Instead of just
But no,
saying Xbox.
no, they're saying services. So your cloud services, your X, your Y. That's what they said. Oh, your operating system. Did you see I think it was 3 sections.
Right.
Gaming in the PC space and the cloud or something. But really? I think it's easier to prove to see the EU They can really get the EU, but that's my whole point. They can prove the EU wrong with their major points, but it's still not enough because they want to make a statement. That's all this is what it's about. They want to make a statement.
Yeah.
And all they want to do is say, hey, Sony's going to get their concessions if they do. And they're going to say, we just wanted to show we could stop big tech. This is all. And to me, I don't have a problem with competition. But at some point in the world, in time, you got now. What was the first monopoly? I'm gonna ask you guys some history. What was the first monopoly? And not the board game.
Ah,
Mm.
nice.
And that was the most righteous.
The first
not-
Monopoly.
The first monopoly,
First
not the board.
Monopoly.
What do you want to know?
Not the board game.
Slavery.
Oh my God, you're right on that.
He went way
Oh my
back.
God.
But
Yep,
but
you ain't
not that.
wrong.
The second one.
That's messed up.
Well, then
Mhm.
automotive.
Ooh,
guess
you're in
we-
that space. You're in the space, but no, almost there.
Yeah.
You're in the space. You don't know what it is?
Hmm.
You're in automotive. You're in the. It was the first monopoly, and I'm gonna say it again, not the board game.
First Monopoly.
Okay,
I'm
let me give it to you. Let
I'm
me give it
stuck.
to you. Let me give it to you. You ever heard of J.D. Rockefeller?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
What did he control?
Everything. No. Wall Street.
No.
Banks. What?
No.
What?
He was right. Double was right. He said automotive, right? But let's go a little bit more in the space. Okay, Rockefeller owned, and people don't realize this. Standard Oil used to be Chevron, Amoco, BP, Shell, St. Clair, all Exxon. You know that was all
All those were
rock, and that's what they made. He controlled all that was a monopoly. That was a monopoly. The next monopoly, big monopoly after that was AT&T when they broke them up. So you got your Ameritex, you got your New York, you got your Pacific Bell, you got your Southwestern Bell, you got your Southern Bell.
MCI.
Excuse me?
Remember MCI?
MCI? Well, no, MCI came because of the breakup.
Pin
MCI
drop.
and Verizon.
I remember that, the pin
They-
drop commercials.
Exactly. But MCI only is because of the monopoly. So if you want to start talking monopolies, those were monopolies. But this is not a monopoly. So I digress. But that's
It's
what
true.
my point. That's what that was my point that I wanted to say, that the true monopoly was Rockefeller. Rockefeller owned everything under the sun as far as gas. You couldn't do anything, and he controlled oil, gas. He controlled it all.
I mean, even in the cloud space, I mean, Amazon is still bigger than Microsoft.
But see, Amazon is bigger than Microsoft. And that's the point. Microsoft is what, 20-30%? But the cloud, but people don't realize Amazon is bigger, but you got IBM in the cloud, you got Oracle in the cloud, you got Microsoft in the cloud, you got
Yeah.
Apple has their own cloud, you have who else is in the cloud? But that's competition. And
But that's competition. They're not blocking nobody out.
But that's when I think too much when you want to go block big tech. Yes, big tech is wrong and nasty at times, and you check them. But at some point, you got to say, let competition be competition. And Sony is in no way is being hurt by this acquisition. They don't want it to happen because they're player hate. But that's the only. There is no financial reason that they can say this is going to hurt gamers, because Game Pass saves me money, so I don't care about anybody else. Game Pass saves me money.
Yep, me too.
They're just emotionally hurt. And like goes back to that point, it's good for everyone.
It's good for me because it saves me money. And as long as I'm saving money, I can use money elsewhere. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. But those were the topics tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we should hear in reference to the FTC. They said they're going to make a decision early January, and we will see. I'm very skeptical, very, very skeptical if they're not going to if they're not going to try to block it. And if they do, Microsoft should sue because they have every ground. They have all the right to sue and win. So that being said, we're gonna do our outros, but you guys got to remember next week is what? So we may not have a show unless we're gonna have Lady Jazz.
What's next
Why we're
week?
not? I'm not going because I won't watch it. 'Cause I don't like the guy.
Well,
Let me rephrase. Not don't like. I think he's shady. Let's say that. I don't know a person to not like somebody. I just think his gaming.
Now we can go watch. What time? What time is
I
that?
don't know. Right. That's my point. I don't know what time it starts, but it'd be nice if we wanted to do that and make comments.
You
Yeah,
know, you know, I'm
we can
curious
do a
how.
watch party.
yeah, I agree. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but then again, I'm kind of wondering because since me and my high school buddies watched watch the Game Awards, I was wondering, maybe I should like do on my Twitch and have a watch party with them. You
I
know.
mean, yeah, you can do both because
Yeah,
you're not
we can do
affiliate
it.
yet, so you're allowed to co-stream it. So if you can figure out a way to, yeah, just broadcast it, the stream itself, like how you have it up on YouTube, like you brought up that Mario thing. Just broadcast that.
But
Yeah, we got to find
yeah,
out what time. We'll find out what time it is next week, and then we'll decide if it's right. If it's during the time
Because
we're doing it.
it's on the 10th. What day
It's
is it?
next Thursday. It's next to 8th. It's the 8th. It's the
I say
8th.
we do a watch party.
If it's the same time, correct.
Yeah, watch party.
Okay, I'm good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, where will you be? Lady Jazz, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Thursday. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all Jazzymoto. I stream Twitch every Friday. Saturday, got my art streams. Lately, I've been picking up Tuesday, occasional Wednesday. So there we go.
Oh, Sir Rich.
You can find me on Facebook at Sir Rich Gaming. You can find me on Twitch at Sir Rich, as well as on Twitter. On Twitch, I usually am on. I am on Wednesdays at 7:30, Friday at 7:30, in between 7:30 and 8. I'll get on, and random days, usually a Saturday or Sunday, sometimes a Tuesday. And that's it.
All
Other than
right.
here.
Megan.
the name's Megalixer. I'll be here every Thursday. I got You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. As Megalixer64, and I don't have like a streaming schedule on my Twitch, but you'll know when I dare with the notification if you follow me. So yeah.
Busy man. Don't know where you're gonna be.
Hit that follow button.
Yes. OG, where you gonna be?
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the peeps, and on Twitter, OG Double M. That's it.
What about Facebook?
And Facebook and all things geeky.
Okay.
I messed up. I flip flopped those.
Okay, where you can find me on Xbox, PS, PlayStation, and I hadn't did any Twitch broadcasts because I noticed I'll probably do something tomorrow if it doesn't bring down my latency playing Halo. So I'll do some do Twitch streaming, but I'll do multiplayer. That messes up my streaming. and my latency for playing because I need every bit of latency to kill. So that's where you can find me. And I'll be on tomorrow night playing something. So everyone, thank you for joining. Hit that like and subscribe, and we're gonna let Serge take us out with that famous line.
What? Holla, holla,
Holla, holla, holla.
holla, 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 holla,
Holla, holla.
holla, holla.
Have a good one.
Silly.